Hello! Howdy doody! How's everybody going today? Hello, Moth and Cactus and Cat Frog and Money and Quacky and anyone else who may be lurking in the shadows. Hi everyone, how are we doing today? I want to say quickly off the bat, sorry for just not streaming on Thursday. Last week was a bit of a big week for me. It was my first day back at my job since July, and even then I hadn't consistently worked since April because of severe autism burnout. So I just had to, I went back on Wednesday, and then Thursday, obviously the day I have to stream, my brain was like, I need to recover a bit. Not to mention my body needed to recover. My knees were in hell for a good couple of days. But I hope everybody's week has been all right. I hope everybody's weekend has been going well. How is everybody on this fine day? What has everybody been up to? I'm back and I'm once again playing Animal Crossing. I need to get back into Animal Crossing. It's been so long and all of my animals probably feel so neglected and so sad that they haven't seen me in ages. Give me your fruits. What fruit do you need? I have everything. I'm pretty sure I have every fruit because Liv basically speed ran my ability to play the game. I just went to her island one day and got literally everything of hers. Curse the knees of people born after the millennial age. I mean, I'm not a millennial. I can't curse people born after the millennial age because people born after the millennial age, those are my knees. I'm Gen Z. I'm fairly, like, early in Gen Z, but I am Gen Z. I'm no millennial. Ugh. Can't even imagine being a millennial. My God. You have apples and cherries? Okay, I have everything else. I started with oranges. So even if I just gave you what I started with, it would be all right. More awesome than Quacky. I'll be the judge of that, I think. Painting your nails, Quacky? Ooh, I haven't painted my nails in so long. I need to, but I'm just so bad at it. I instead, like, paint my nails with, like, this keratin layer. That's, like, yeah, it's this keratin, like, a serum polish thing that like helps you kind of strengthen your nails. My nails haven't been doing too hot recently. I've gotten back into biting some of them again. So I need to like start, you know, sitting on my hands or like putting gloves on them and stuff like that. I need to stop. I need to get back into looking after my body again. I need to. But what color are you painting your nails, may I ask? Oh, you need apple and cherries. Okay, well, I have apples and cherries, so I can definitely give that to you. Maybe, like, I don't know, tomorrow? Oh, no, not tomorrow. Wednesday! Your Tuesday, my Wednesday. Because, I mean, we're already doing D&D then. So, like, just let me know on that day, and then you can, and then I'll boot up, and then like after D&D, I can boot up Animal Crossing, and we can do that. How does that sound? That sounds good? Nice. What did I miss last Mystery Monday? I mean, the VOD is still up, and I save all of my VODs that had of story games. I don't save any of my VODs that are like, Overwatch or Valorant, or any of my like FPS games and stuff, but games that have like a story like Beacon Pines, I save all of my VODs. But we found out a couple of basements. We found out that our grandma is not our grandma, and our grandma, who may not be our grandma, is a part of this like almost conspiracy thing. She's trying to destroy something in the town called quote unquote the source, but it turns out whenever she tries to destroy it, that's when the town freezes over. Every ending we've had where the town or the world, I don't even know how big, is it the town that just freezes over or is it the whole world? Either way, everything freezes over. Screw millennials, imagine being in your 30s. Hey, listen, the older I get, the less hatred I have for people who are older than me. I feel like really young people, like in their teens and stuff, want to differentiate themselves from sorts of things like older people or older generations and stuff like that. Oh yeah, like, oh, the generation above us are our enemy. Why? I feel like as I grow older, I learn to kind of respect older generations more and try to learn from them. It's the fear of being cringe. It is, but why? It's so funny how every younger generation thinks that the older generation is cringe. We're all cringe. Exactly, cringe is also dead. So, like, there's no point in us having kind of this weird hatred for other generations. Everyone is cringe in their own way, and we all need to kind of embrace that stuff. Also, hello, Sleepy. I'm backed up in chat, so I didn't get to say hello to you earlier, but hello. I hope you are doing well. I didn't mean to welcome you into chat so late. I paint, ooh, black nails. That's nice. I have 2 nail polishes, and they are like this cute peachy orange and this like lilac purple. The lilac purple was the first ever nail polish I bought. And I mean, you can see my whole stream aesthetic. I think you can tell why I chose that color. Cause it's me. It's me core. Mum, will you please to complete her fruit as well? Between the 2 of us, we managed to get 3 of the 5 fruits. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I can absolutely help both you and your mum with it. I'm happy to give my fruits away. Maybe when I finish my island in Animal Crossing, how do we feel about like an Animal Crossing stream? Maybe like one of the community days in the future, I can put it up for a vote, like an Animal Crossing day where people can visit my island and just hang out, talk to my villagers and stuff like that. I haven't finished my island yet. I don't have all of my villagers yet. I have a couple of dreamies that I still haven't gotten. I still want... I want Meringue because obviously she's got a strawberry for a horn, but I already have a rhino, I already have Azalea, and she's one of my dreamies. So I'm like, should I go for Meringue or should I like open it up and go for someone? I don't even remember who a lot of the people that I have. I want Meringue because my name is You know what? You can have Meringue and then I can have Azalea. That sounds good. Animal Crossing. Ooh, okay. People are receptive to the Animal Crossing stream. I'm so down to do an Animal Crossing stream then. I just need to do a lot of kind of... I need to sort out my house, and then I need to sort out my villages, and then I need to... And I've got a lot of, like, small empty spaces all around my island that I need to figure out how to design properly. And also, I've designed almost absolutely nothing on the beach around my island, and I feel like I need to do that a little more. Meringue's Peak, she is! I love her so much. I'm gonna look up Animal Crossing villages so I can remember who I have and who I don't have, because I'm not gonna open the game right now. Animal Crossing villages list. I need to look this up. Okay, this is the villagers list in New Horizons specifically. This is gonna tell me who I can get. Okay, I have Agnes. I think I've at least had Agnes. Agnes is fun, she's cute. That being said, I do have 2 pigs. And I prefer the other pig, so I may end up kicking Agnes out. I did have Annabelle for a while, but I don't have her anymore. Let me look at some of these fun creatures. I had Apollo for a while, but I don't anymore. I do have Apple, and she's not a dreamy, but I've kept her for like a long time. I want Aurora. I don't think I have her. I do have Azalea. She's a dreamy. She is staying no matter what. She will stay against her will. She's trapped here. She's stuck here forever, okay? I just want a frog at this point. Okay, well, if I get back into Animal Crossing and I keep up with Animal Crossing, I do have a frog. And it's not one of my dreamies, but I've been feeling kind of regretful over the possibility of giving it away. However, if I give them to you, I'd feel less guilty. I think her name's Lily? I have a frog called Lily. I'm pretty sure I still have her. So I wouldn't feel bad if I gave her to you. That would be cute. Let me see. Let me look through this list. Who do I... You have Cephalobot? Oh my goodness, that's so cool. That's so fun. Who else have we got? Okay, I don't remember if I still have her, but I did have Cherry for a while. Hey, Cody, how you doing today? Yes, we are talking about Animal Crossing New Horizons right now because... Oh my goodness, Cody! Prime sub for 10 months. Thank you so much. Holy shit. Welcome back to the Strawberry Patch. Thank you so much. But yeah, sure, I will absolutely give you Lily, Mare. I would absolutely adore giving you Lily. Okay, let's see. Who else is there? I'm just scrolling down. This is in like alphabetical order, and I'm only still on the letter D. So we've got a while to go yet. All right. I also may get it mixed up who I do and don't have, because I also used to play Animal Crossing Pocket Camp for a long time. So I'm gonna forget people that like... I'm gonna forget who are my favorites that I have in Pocket Camp versus who I have or who I want in New Horizons. Imagine living on an island and your representative comes to your door and says, you live at this address now, hit the brick. Yeah, I have to say, sorry, I like someone else, but I've got a friend's island that you can move to if you like. Yeah, I'll absolutely do that. The only person I have is my mom. I don't play with anybody. I played with my ex a couple of times, but like, that's it. Ellie, I did have Ellie. I did have Eloise as well. I might still have Eloise. Etoile is my dreamy, and I have Etoile. She's one of my top 2 characters in the game, and I have her, and I'm so happy that I have her. Oh, Frobbit. I want Frobbit. If I get a frog, I want Frobbit. He's so cute. I have Gala. Gala was an unexpected one that came to my island. I think she was like my 4th villager, like one of the ones that like moves in randomly if you don't actually go to islands and pick someone out. And you know what? She quickly became one of my favorites. I am not parting from her. What else have we got? We're down to G now. We're down to H. I'm trying to find people that I have. I might have Ione, but I'm not sure. I don't remember, because I remember talking to my ex about me possibly having Ione and then giving him to her. Okay, there's Lily. I do have... If I get a cat, I want Lolly. Posture check and hydrate and stretch. Thank you, Moth. I started an exercise routine this week, and I watched a YouTube video of like a stretching routine, and it's so fun. I'm pretty sure Ione is a she. My bad. She's got that non-binary swag, actually. I love Etoile. I adore her. She's my favorite. She's so great. I'm so mad that Pocket Camp got the Sanrio collab, but New Horizons didn't. Mare is right, or Catfrog. Catfrog is right. You can get Sanrio characters and Sanrio furniture and stuff in New Horizons, but it's like the cards that you have to get. They don't appear on like islands you go to. You have to get the amiibo cards of them. Marina, I don't think I have her anymore, but I did have Marina for a while. Oh, Meringue, my beloved. I hope I get her at some point. Mary, I would like Mary. Mary is cute as hell. Mo, I had for a while, but I think he moved. I think I kicked him out. Sorry, Mo. Molly is the other character in my top 2. She's so cute. She's my beloved. I love her. And I'm pretty sure I have her. I'm pretty sure I got an amiibo card of her from either a friend or my ex, though my ex is also a friend, so I guess still a friend. But yeah, Molly is my other favorite, and I'm so happy that I have her. All right. Keeping on scrolling, we're down to, we're over halfway through. Pashmina! Okay. I do have Pashmina, but Pashmina was originally kind of not a character I was meant to keep for so long. I was meant to give her away to another person, but it just never happened. So I kind of just have Pashmina now, and I really like her. She's super cute. I like that her horns are like bright blue, and I like that her house has like this 1950s diner aesthetic to it. It's super fun. Looking through everyone else. Who have I got? Who have I not got? Oh, Poppy's cute. I would not say no if Poppy turned up on my island. Would not say no. Oh, there's Raymond. Oh my goodness. Raymond causing the most discourse back in like 2020 because you either loved him or you hated him. Roswell would be fun to have. I like some of the characters that have really funky patterns. Sasha's cool. Savannah. Zebras are my favorite animal, so I would love to get Savannah, possibly at some point. Sky! I either have Sky or really want her. As I said, I get all my stuff mixed up with who I have in Pocket Camp, who I know in Pocket Camp. So some of these are, I have Tia. Tia is super cute. She's like a little teacup. Zephyr loves zebras. That's somehow not at all surprising. Zebras are just so cool. They're such a funky animal, I think. Hey, Thunder Phoenix! How you doing today? Lesbians be like, yeah, my ex is also a friend. Yeah, listen. I think that's one interesting thing about a lot of LGBT culture, I think especially sapphic or lesbian culture, is that a lot of us remain friends with people that we break up with. And I think a lot of that is because a lot of the time in sapphic relationships and stuff like that, a lot of them start as really close friendships. There's beneath the relationship, beneath the romance, there is usually a really strong foundation of friendship. And a lot of the time, when the romance goes away and the relationship ends, there's still that foundation of friendship that doesn't go away. You're good? I'm glad you're good. I'm doing okay. Been getting on with some studying. I've been working on videos. I'm still working on the video for the 60 seconds stream that I did months ago. I'm still doing that. I'm still making that into a YouTube video. I'm not even halfway through though, so that's gonna take a while. But I've been busy. I've been busy. Tipper's cute. I would like a cow. Cows are very cute. I like them a lot. Vivian, I wouldn't mind getting her onto my island. Zell. I would like Zell, because Zell's funky as well. This this is weird. I scrolled through the entire villagers list and I didn't point out either of my starter villagers. Not that I have either of them anymore. My first starter villager was Coach, which... Ugh. Sorry, no offense, but like, ugh. And then Mira. Mira was my other one. Mira was super cute, but she was so neon. She didn't really fit the sort of kind of pastel-y cute aesthetic I had going for this. I had Coach on my first, Coach, Coach, I abandoned so quickly. I was like, no, don't want you around. You exiled her for her fashion? I exiled her because she's neon yellow. She is a neon yellow rabbit. And it just didn't fit. And Coach is like mustard yellow. And I like yellow, but they were both the wrong kind of yellow. You know? I don't know how to describe it. Real hater mentality. Yeah, I do feel rude. I feel rude every single time I kick out a villager. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I don't really mean it. I'm sorry that you have to go, but I really don't. I really want someone else here instead. It feels so bad whenever I get someone to go, but I just have to do it. I gotta do it. Jitters was my starter jock, and I agree he didn't fit with the vibe I want for my island. He's neon green. Yeah, it's just, I wanted characters with more muted or pastel kind of colors to them. So Molly, obviously she's just brown. She's a very natural looking duck. Like a lot of characters in this, some of the characters in this game actually look like the animals they're supposed to be. And then some of the characters in this game are neon yellow rabbits, you know, like some of them just don't fit or look nothing like what they're meant to be. Everyone has a different aesthetic. Also, I don't like jocks. I'm not a big fan of like the real fitness people, and that just, the aesthetics and attitudes of them just don't fit right with me. I don't know. I'm picky, and I probably shouldn't be, but I mean, it's my island, and you'll get to see it at some point in the future. If I get back into Animal Crossing, I will absolutely show you all when my island is finished. My chocolate milk is condensating all over the place, and it is terrible, and there is water everywhere, so so I need to clean that up real quick. And also have a drink of chocolate milk while we're at it. But yes, shall we move on to the main event? I don't like them that much. They're definitely my least favorite villager type, but I think they have their own charm like all the other types. Yeah, there's no villager that I actively hate or would actively want to torment or whatever like that. Each of them are unique. Every animal in Animal Crossing has its own appeal. Almost like every single thing in the world. Every song, every character, every piece of media has its own appeal, and it will have people that will be a fan of it. It's just that I'm not a fan of it. It's not my taste. But just because it's not my taste doesn't mean it's objectively bad. It's just not for me. You know? And then, anyway, they're animals. They're pixels. Like, it's not that deep. Despite the incredible guilt I feel whenever I make an animal leave my island, it's not like... It's still pixels, and I have to, you know, I have to keep that in mind. It reminds me... I've told this story before, but it reminds me of when I played Nintendogs. I was like 6 or 7 when I got the game Nintendogs for the first time, and my first dog was a white pug named Fungus. He was my beloved. He was champion in everything, except for the obedience trials, because the obedience trials fucking suck, okay? But he was amazing. I loved him. He was my boy. Then, as I went along, I kept on adopting more dogs. I got a Dachshund, I actually don't remember any of the other original Nintendogs dogs I got, other than Fungus, and then I got a red Dachshund, and I don't even remember her name. But at some point, I filled it all up and I got 7. I think the maximum was 7. And then I unlocked the breed, I think it was like Australian Shepherd, I think was the breed. It was some sort of Shepherd, not a German, just a different type of Shepherd. And I wanted it so bad, but obviously I'd maxed out on the animals. So, I gotta do an American accent, I guess, Lux. Hey, Lux. I'll finish this story as an American, okay. I'll finish the story and then I'll do the American accent, okay? Because if I want to put this story on TikTok, I have to finish it in my normal Australian accent, you know? But good timing. So I ended up being like, logically, I should give up the animal that I've had the most time with to bring in a new animal. So obviously the first dog I had was Fungus. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give up Fungus. I gave up Fungus. I got an Australian Shepherd called Oscar. And then I sobbed for like an hour out of guilt. And I still feel guilty. My poor boy. I feel like I heard this story before. Yeah, I did say earlier, I've told this story. Half the stories I tell on Twitch, half the stories I tell on stream is stories that I've told before. I love repeating my lore. But yeah, I felt so guilty that I'd given up Fungus that I ended up kind of not really playing the game since. And I've since restarted the game, so none of these dogs even exist anymore. They're all gone. I think I have a new game with like 2 or 3 dogs on it. I think I have a Dalmatian in one of them. I don't remember any of their names or anything like that. I pick it up maybe once every 2 or 3 years and that's it. But yeah, that's the story of my poor boy that I will always miss. Now back to the American accent that Lux so kindly decided to redeem. We're back again. How you doing, Lux, by the way? And D-Gage. Everyone coming in. I hope everyone's doing well on this day. That gave me whiplash. Yeah, it gives me whiplash to use the accent. Now, you need to end your TikTok with that. Truly. I hate that, like, my American Undyne TikTok got, like, a good... I wouldn't say it went viral. It didn't really blow up, but it got a good amount of traction, especially on YouTube Shorts. I didn't realize it was going to do good on YouTube Shorts, and it did. And I don't want that to be what I'm known as. I don't want to be known as the terrible American accent. You're welcome. Yeah. I do have to say, half of my TikToks and stuff, I have to thank you, chat, for that, because half of it is like dumb fuck chat interaction. People saying something, and then me like responding. It's a lot of my stuff is credit to y'all. So yes, thank you, D-Gage, and thank you everyone else that I have used in one of my pieces of content, whether it be YouTube or TikTok or Instagram now, because I'm on Instagram, kind of. The only advice I can give in that case is get good. Fair enough. Fair enough, I will try. Alright. D-Gage is here. And I know what that means. So, before I move on to the main portion of the stream, Does anyone want to redeem a Wordle, a Squirtle, a Contexto? Keep in mind, New York Times is trying to, like, take down Wordle clones. They want them gone. Yeah, we got one. We got Play Today's Wordle. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see if we continue our record of getting our Wordles in 4. Because that's all we've gotten them in every single time. It's been kind of impressive. Okay. It's Wordling time. And a Squirtle. Oh my goodness, we're doing it all today. We just gotta round it out with a Contexto and then it's perfect. Okay, it's Wordle time. What word should I start with, chat? How should I begin? Oh, fuck yeah, I gotta start with howdy when I'm in this accent. You're so right, Lux. Let's see oh, fuck. Howdy was shit. Well, not that shit. I think every word that you put in Wordle is helpful to an extent. It tells me there's no Y, there's no O. H and D, they're not uncommon. These are like uncommon. So what should we do next? How about, bangs and metal. Okay. Hey Jay, how you doing today? All right, bangs was first, so let's do bangs. Let's bang. I mean, let's not bang. Oh dang it! Well, why'd you say let's go to metal? All right. Well, oh god, Thunder Phoenix is gonna clip that. Oh god. Okay, here's a fun thing. Whenever I raid Maiden Melody, she has that thing that when someone raids, a clip of their stream plays, and I get so scared every time I raid Mel that it's gonna play one of the out of context clips that Thunder Phoenix has clipped of me saying something completely lewd and filled with innuendo. Alright, let's think of something else. I'm doing wonderful? That's great, Jay, I'm glad. Let's do like, oh fuck, that's not the word I wanted to do. I wanted to do like slick. Let's try slick. Okay. We got an L. Couldn't post, but it was the clip of you saying let's bang. You can put it in my Discord if you so wish. I don't know if you are in there. I will exclamation point. There is a, what's the word? There's a channel in there, in the Discord, called, Strawberry Clips, and that's where you can post clips of my streams. And then, alongside that, there's one called Community Clips, where you can post clips from your streams, or maybe even, like, your TikToks and stuff like that, if you don't stream. We got Salt and Steel. Okay, I'm gonna go Steel, because Salts has an S that we don't need to put there, because we know there's no S there. I'm gonna go Steel. Okay. So L has to be, okay, I think I got it. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be either smelt or spelt. So I'm gonna try spelt first. There it is. Yeah! Yeah, RIP the streak of 4. But we got 5, and that's pretty good. Also, congratulations to people who are behind me in the time zone. You just learned what tomorrow's Wordle is gonna be. Congratulations. Okay, let me move on to, wait, give me a second. All right, let me move there as we move to Squirtle, because I don't want it to like, I don't want to be doxxed with like the websites that I go to. All right. Oh god, I'm switching tabs all wrong. Squirtle time. Zeph of the future? Exactly. We don't have flying cars yet, but we do have tomorrow's Wordle answer, so I think that's good enough. Alright, let's go. What Pokemon do we try first? Wobbuffet? Let's try Wobbuffet. Okay, we got some pretty good info. So, we need to be over Gen 2. We need to be up from Gen 2. It is a single type, but it's not a psychic. And it's also both shorter and weighs less. So, do we want to go to maybe like, do we want to go up by 1? Do we want to do like Gen 3 and then Gen 4? Or do we want to go up to like Gen 6 and cut it down the middle? I'm thinking go to Gen 6 and cut it down the middle. What's Gen 6? I forget who's Gen 6. Is that like Chespin? Okay, Chespin's Gen 6. Okay, I'm gonna do Chespin next. Unless anybody has a argument. There we go, I can think of the word. I'm gonna go Chespin. Oh! Well, now look at that. We're already there. Okay. It's a Gen 6 Pokemon. It is a single type, but it is not grass or psychic. And it is shorter than 0.4 meters and weighs less than 9 kilos. Oh my god, this thing must be small. I got it. It's Flab. It's one of the Flabebes, isn't it? It has to be. It's gonna be one of the Flabs. Let me guess. Look at that. It's one of the Flabs. Is it Floette? Is it the next one up? It's the next one up. There it is. That was so quick. I was like, let me think of like, what was the smallest Pokemon in Gen 6? It was Flabebe, because it was like that tiny little flower thing that looks like it should be a grass type, but it's not. It's fairy, because obviously fairy type got introduced in Gen 6. And then when it's not that, and you have to go up in both, it's obviously gonna be one of its evolutions. Let's get it! Hell yeah. I did get it in 4. See, what I don't get in 4, in Wordle, I make up for in Squirtle. I cannot help you because I don't know Pokemon a lot. That's okay. Squirtle is fun, but it's probably the most kind of niche of all of the Wordle clones, or all of the Wordle games that I have in my channel point redeems, because you have to have a knowledge of Pokemon to know what to guess, as opposed to Wordle and Contexto, which are purely just based on, you just have to guess normal words. Yeah, let's get it. Okay, well, now that that's over, unless someone wants to drop another redeem, D-Gage. D-Gage loves to wait until I stop playing a game to be like, I'm gonna redeem this. Alright, I'm gonna change the category to Beacon Pine. If it's heads, redeem Contexto. If it's tails, redeem Contexto. Honestly, that's just how D-Gage's head works. I love that. Okay, Beacon Pines, let's get it. Let's get back into the mystery. So, last week on Beacon Pines, I don't really remember what happened. You already did it for me? You want another? I mean, we haven't got Contexto yet. We got Wordle and we got Squirtle, but no one's redeemed a Contexto yet today. But yeah, what happened last week? We found out our grandma might not be our grandma, which, what the fuck? And then we infiltrated her basement and found out that she's got bombs and she's got, she's got a lot of shit going on. She puts letters, she puts messages in her jars of jam, and then we interrogated this guy like 3 times who came down to visit her in the basement, and we found out that there's this organization, there's this plan called Operation Sparkplug, which is a plan to destroy the source. Now, we do not really know what the source is yet. However, what we do know is that when they destroy the source, that's when the town freezes over. And we figure that out after we find another underground hidden lair of it. This one's Mr. Nuncreed's hidden lair. If you remember that guy, he killed us that one time, and I hated him since. But he may not be that bad this time round. But we found that hidden lair, and he told us about it. And there's this whole tunnel system all around the town, apparently, that he runs. So we've kind of learned all that, but we haven't really figured out how to stop everything from happening. And we also haven't really figured out what Perennial Harvest is trying to do. Nor do we really know what is happening with the Valentine stuff. We have some puzzle pieces, but we don't have enough to put everything together as of yet. So we're trying to figure out how to save the town, how to figure stuff out. Is the sound okay? Okay, the audio seems to be working. And I'm gonna stop the accent now. It feels weird to stop the accent. We're going to the accent now. And now it is time for, also, sorry, I can't press B. I was gonna go back to the timeline. Here it comes. What do you mean, here it comes? Oh no, the Redeemer's coming? The Redeemer's coming. Oh no. Oh, hydrate! Okay, you know what? I'll do that. I'll do a hydrate, let's go. Ugh. Yeah, water. Tastes horrible, but oh well. The things I do for chat, and not even just chat, Thunder Phoenix. Are you kidding me? Wait, you're actually drinking water? Yeah, I am. It's a thing I've started doing. I have a water bottle. I bought it about a year ago, and I don't drink a lot. I'll have a sip every now and then, but I have a hydrate redeem on stream to actually try and get me into the habit of drinking water. Water? Please don't drink water. Please don't drink water. I think you will die. But, there we go. It's Contexto time. I mean, you can also redeem the Contexto if you want, D-Gage. We can do 2 Contextos. That's okay. Alright. Here we go. And let's guess. What's the first word? It's gotta be metal. And it's shit. Metal is shit today, unfortunately. R.I.P. So what's next? What are we doing? Also, we get to do Contexto with ominous Beacon Pines music in the background. Ice is also low. Fruit is also low. Mystery. Okay, mystery is also low. I think Thunder's just keeping tabs on my brain cells right now. Possibly. Metal is shit today? Quite the talented alchemist you are. Oh. Alchemy is weird. Alchemy was Alchemy is such an I need to look more into alchemy and stuff because it's so strange, but it's so fascinating. The idea of alchemy. Weather, we can do weather. Weather is low, but it's still our best yet. Alchemy, I should have put alchemy. Alchemy is as low as low can get, it seems. We're not getting this 1 in 4, chat, I'm sorry. Place. Okay. We're getting there. Place. Country. Oh my. Hello? Jay. What the fuck? Okay. Country. That helps. Let's try like state. City. Province? Okay, I'm getting further away. Continent? What? Huh? How is continent so? Maybe country as in like rural. Like maybe a farm. Farm is also low. Australia? I don't know if they have... Whoa, I didn't think Australia was gonna be a word in this. Damn. Law? Law is up there. America? America's getting there. Town? Town is low. I'm guessing any like synonyms of town wouldn't really work. Yeah, it could be a country, but not court? Court isn't great. About, maybe like president? Like maybe some sort of leader of some kind. Oh my goodness, we have the same brain cell Thunder Fiend. Are you keeping tabs on my brain cells too? What the hell? Canada? Canada's there. Country, how about world? Okay, not world. Government? What? Okay. What the fuck? Like, go, I guess? That's so funny. Like, I'll take it. Let's go. Government. I think law should have been higher up. It should have been. But I think a lot of these are where they are meant to be. Maybe, like, not official? I think official could have been, law. Where's Parliament? How is Parliament 39 to government? I see those words as, like, synonymous. Yeah, I love how the shortened form of government is there. The words that Contexto does and doesn't allow in this game can be so interesting sometimes. That was, like, very few guesses. So you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do another one. We're gonna do another one. And we're gonna start with metal again. And metal is still low. Americanized game. It is a very Americanized game. There was a Wordle. Not a Wordle. A Contexto a long time ago that was very baseball related. So a lot of the words that were really high up were the names of like American baseball teams, and it confused the fuck out of everybody because I don't think anybody here is a baseball fan. Language, okay. Slowly coming up. The Mets. I don't even know if, you know what, now I need to know if Mets is a word. Mets is a word, but it's super low. Oh my god, imagine if it was baseball related again. It's not. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, thank you, Lord. I remember that. Yeah, I think someone like actually Googled all of the baseball teams and just put all of them in chat so I could just guess them one at a time. Person? Whoa, okay. Person is up there. Word is down there. But not that down there. Not good, but not bad. Person. So when it comes to person, I like to do things like woman, man. Wow, these aren't working. Famous. Famous is low. How about old, young? Okay. Person, girl, boy, maybe like family. Okay. Human, oh, we should do human. Human is getting there. People, that's how you spell people. People is there. Okay, maybe group? Like a group of people. Like a crowd of people? Okay. It's people, but not like specifically about a group of people.
Sheer one people.
God damn it, thank you for the bit, Thunder Phoenix. Thank you for bitting my shame. Characters? Character is there. Character is like just in the yellow. I think the red starts at 1,500, so character is just in there. Bystander? Bystander is, whoa. Bystander is the lowest, is lower than Mets. Damn, okay. People, have I done family? I did do family. Friend. Friend is higher than family, okay. You did do good. I mean, in golf, if Contexto was done in like golf terms, you'd be doing, no, not in golf terms. No, in golf, I'd say in golf terms. Because it's just like reverse of like the usual stuff. Professional. Professional's okay. Maybe like romance? No. Partner. Husband? Wife. Okay, nah, not doing well. Maybe like pair. Person. Maybe like body, like it's a human body. Nope, okay. This is a hard one. Interest? Whoa, okay. Where the fuck did that come from? Okay, nice job, Thunder Phoenix. Interest. Where do we go from interest, though? I'm a genius, you are. You're pretty good at these. Interest, person, people, group, friend. Maybe like hobby? Nope. I thought person of interest. That's a good idea. Bank? Whoa, okay. Money? Finance. Loan. Rent. Mortgage? Economy? Bank. Bankrupt. Bankrupt is low. Bond. Bond is lowish. Tax. Tax is high. President and attraction. Okay, I'll do those. Even when I know something isn't right, I still like putting them in. Payment. Pay? What? Payment, buy. Sell. Federal? We can do federal again. Federal is... What is the one higher than payment? Currency. No? Check. No. I'll do check in the other way. Also no. Credit. Oh! Card? No. Bill. Debit. Oh! What are we missing here? Paper? Maybe like a coin. No. Receipt. That's good. No? Points. Point is no. Where? What is this? How did we get to number 2 and we can't figure it out? I hate it when we get so high and then we can't just quite get there. Payment, credit, bank, money, pay. Were buy and sell tried already? They were. I did try buy and sell. Maybe like stock? No. Dosh? What is dosh? Dosh is super low. Transaction. Transaction is there. Market? Market is there, kind of. Investment is there. How about invest in general? That's not there. How How about like insurance? Debt? Did I do debt? I didn't do debt already. Digital? No, maybe like account. There it is. There it is. That was hard. What the hell? That was so... Look at all of these. Oh my gosh. I hated that. That sucked. That sucked. That deserves the ominous Beacon Pines audio. But let's get it. Went from person to interest to bank and then all over the place. Yeah, exactly. We got interest and then we got bank and then we just died from there. All right. I'm gonna run the ad before we go into Beacon Pines, so apologies to anyone who is not subscribed. You'll just have to wait. But don't worry, I will not start anything without you. We'll just wait a minute. We'll just wait a minute and talk about whatever the fuck that contexto was. I should have guessed accountant like I wanted to earlier, but then I guessed professional. Was accountant up there? The thing is, accountant wouldn't have helped us. Where's accountant? Accountant is nowhere near where we would be. Where's accountant? It's not. Why is Twitter? What the fuck is Twitter doing there? Accountant is not here, is it? Did I miss it? Like, it's not. Accountant would not have helped as well. But you're right, it could have gotten us in the right direction. Accounting is here, but not accountant. What? Where do these work? Cannot and however. In what world are they? So many of these are like finance based, and then we've got the word however. Like, where does that come from? I don't. Some of these words that come in here are yet. How are we gonna guess the word yet? Like, what? However, it costs money to use. That is, yeah. It could work in that sort of sentence, Jay. You are pretty right. Is the ad over? I think the ad is over. Let's get it. All right. I think it is finally time. Chapter 8 of Beacon Pines. Are we ready? Let's go.
Hard truth.
The cold, hard truth. As opposed to the cold, hard cash that we should have been guessing in that Contexto game.
Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments.
Are we in Beck's POV?
Points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed.
This is the first time we've been in Beck's POC. What does the word karom mean? Is the narrator echoing? Is it? Oh, it is. Oh, are you kidding me? Yes, the narrator is echoing because there are two audio. Oh my gosh. The one time I don't understand how my OBS works, because sometimes like Beacon Pines will pick up in just the game audio pickup, but then sometimes I have to make a specific instance for Beacon Pines' audio specifically. So this time around it picked up both. Thank you for catching that, Moth. Thank you so much. I need to put down the word karom, because that is a fascinating sounding word. What does that even mean?
She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then,
so we've got weird air tubes. Like those tubes that you put salmon through to get them to the other side of the river with them without them having to swim there.
A burst of wintry air
Snow?
across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
Where are we? I'll try to take it chill. I'm confused a lot, so I ask a lot of questions. Don't worry about asking questions. Ask as many questions as you so wish. And if you see any problems with the stream or have any things that you're like, I think the stream is lagging, or I think the audio is wrong, or your PNG tuber isn't working, please tell me when there are technical issues, because most likely I don't know about them and I haven't picked up on them yet. So yeah, ask questions and then chat can answer. Hydrate? I will, thank you, D-Gage. Salmon tube? Yeah, we just got salmon tubed. We got deer, cat, and liger tubed, actually. Or you have navigated to the starting screen and we are panicking. Wait, oh! I thought you were actually telling me that I've somehow navigated to the starting stream. I have not. But sometimes I do, on accident. Okay, you're gonna ask actual, okay. My toothbrush is white and purple. It's white and lilac, which is so meek-core it's not funny. What is the best kind of cookie? White chocolate and macadamia is the best kind of cookie. Those are delicious. You did that once? I remember the YouTube short of it. I've done it twice, actually. But I've only made it into a YouTube short once because I didn't kind of want to repeat myself. Though I have repeated myself a couple of times in TikToks and YouTube shorts. There's one time I accidentally repeated the joke of, Godo from Ace Attorney chugging his coffee. I made like the same joke about it twice in 2 different streams and then edited them into TikToks. This was like a month apart each and I forgot about them. I forgot about the old one when I made the new one and I was like, ah, shit, I've done this before. Oh well. But if there's something about like, I don't really know the algorithms of YouTube shorts and stuff like that, but reposting old videos on TikTok and repeating jokes on TikTok can be a really successful way of growing. And I forgot about Oreos, Jay. Oreos are great. I'm obsessed with Oreos. That was intense. Yeah. I think I might have parted with some fluids there. Oh, you didn't have to tell me you peed yourself, Rolo. Why does that make sense with TikTok? TikTok is very quick. It's very snappy. Trends come and go within 3 days. Most trends have a cycle of maybe a week or 2. Like, things are so quick. And because we just scroll mindlessly, a lot of the time we'll look at something, laugh at it, move on, and then completely forget about it. So a lot of the time on TikTok, because everything is so fast and the videos are often so short, it's not worth it to make videos that are unique and memorable as opposed to making videos to get a quick hype and then let it go away and then get more quick hype. So yeah, it's easy to repost stuff on TikTok because a lot of people will just forget what they've seen before and then they'll see it again and be like, haha, funny, I will also like this one even though I've seen it before. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold. Doesn't look like it got on any of us. Rollo, did he pee or did he vomit? I can't tell. Because I feel like if he peed his pants, it would kind of soak into him, right? So it wouldn't get on the other 2. But if he vomited, it would have a possibility of getting on the other 2. Let's vote, chat. Did he pee or did he vomit? Let's make a poll. That would be the worst poll ever. I don't know why, but I posted a thing that I took an hour of editing. I got almost nothing, but I posted something bad quality that took me 5 seconds and I suddenly got 20k views. Yeah, that's another thing. like, TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and stuff are such strange beasts. I've never been able to quite get a hold of what the algorithm will enjoy. Like, I posted something last night on TikTok. I posted, you know that trend of the little polka dance? I posted me doing the polka dance. Most of my stuff gets like at least 300 views. If not, a couple of my things have gotten into a couple thousand views lately on TikTok. My polka dance is stuck on 7 views. It's gotten 3 likes. I don't know what I did in that video. I don't know if it was the hashtags or what I wrote on the video or the audio I used, but that video got pushed out to nobody. That video got pushed out to absolutely 0 people, and I don't understand why. The algorithm is so strange. I don't get it. And even if you do make something unique, 3 dozen people would do the same thing after seeing it. Yeah, on top of that, if you go super viral and super big, there will be people that will end up kind of copying what you do. Like, I haven't gone mega viral on my streamer TikTok. I think the most likes I've gotten on a video was 6,000, which is good, but it's not viral. But I have gone viral on my personal TikTok. I've gotten 500,000 likes on a TikTok before. Oh, bye Genderly, hello, hi Max! I will hydrate, thank you. But then, I will make that TikTok that went viral, and then like 3 days later, I will see people emulating that exact same TikTok, and I will look at the dates and I will have done it first. So it's just, algorithms are weird. You will never know what will get popular and what will not. And sometimes there will be videos that will be super popular super quickly. They'll get 100 likes in a day, and then suddenly the views and likes will freeze and it will not get more than those 100 likes in a day. And then there will be other videos that will get maybe 40 likes in a day, but then a week later it'll blow up and reach like 4,000 likes. And it's like, where the fuck did you come from? Like, I wake up one morning and I'm like, I posted this like a week ago. Where did everybody come from? It's... Social media and content creation is such a mixed bag. And there are things you can learn from what is popular where, but I don't think anyone will be able to truly kind of master and truly understand the algorithm, except the people who are behind the algorithm. I love the echo from your water bottle when you hydrate. You mean this? Yeah, I should probably like drink off camera, but I just end up echoing into my water bottle instead. How you doing today, Max? I hope you're doing well. It didn't feel like we traveled that far. So where did it all go? He's still thinking about his pee slash vomit slash whatever bodily fluid he thinks left his body. This place sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow something up out here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. We've got to catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. Alright, so I think we're close to what everyone in the town calls, quote-unquote, the source? Wait. Sorry, I've already caught on. You should add a redeem to add reverb to your voice. I've been thinking of getting voice mod for my streams to like have more redeems of me having to say things and do things in different voices as opposed to like doing the American accent like myself. So, and it could also possibly help with me doing other voices on stream of characters and stuff, because obviously my voice can only do so much. So I've been thinking about it. Maybe I should do it. The inherent thing about algorithms like TikTok, did I just say TikTok? I really just said titcock. Whoopsies! Oh, I love my favorite. I love my favorite social media platform that's about to get banned in America. TikTok. It's only weird if you pause and realize. It's only funny if you pause and realize, though. And what can I say? As Moth said, peak comedy. The inherent thing about algorithms like TikTok and YouTube Shorts is that the people who made them don't even understand them. Sure, they understand how to make an algorithm, but no one knows how they actually work. Correct. There we go. Patting myself on the back. That I actually got that right. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I've already figured it out. This is Beacon Pines 2. Because look at this. Where are we right now? What does this place look like? That's similar to Beacon Pines. Where are we right now? If you thought the weird place with the field with the dandelions that we run through at the beginning of the game, and when we run through them, Lucas sneezes, you would be correct. Because if you walk up here, there's a little stone here, and there's roots here. This is the grave site of our father from the beginning of the game, just without the massive tree on top. I don't know where we've landed, but this is some sort of... It's identical to Beacon Pines, it's just covered in snow. So, damn, what the fuck is going on in this game? See, look at this! Look at this! This is the sign! The sign that actually... We're in Beacon Pines 2 Electric Boogaloo! Like, what the hell? Beacon Pines was so good they made Beacon Pines 2 10 out of 10 game. Listen. You say that as kind of like a joke, but I legitimately think Beacon Pines, as I'm playing it, there's been no flaws. I've had no complaints about this game. I don't think anything has gone wrong in this game. There's nothing I haven't liked. I think I'm gonna end this game rating it like a 10 out of 10. Also, another hint that I want to give. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a new series on TikTok. TikTok? Can I say TikTok right, please? A new series I'm gonna do on TikTok and YouTube Shorts is a sort of mini reviews series, like minute-long reviews of games I play on stream. The first time I'm gonna do it is gonna be when I finish Beacon Pines. So, there we go. Fun little insight into what my brain is thinking I'm gonna do with my content next. It's gonna be making mini reviews of games that I play on stream. This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear off the snow. No time, Nuncreed's getting away. Alright, time to keep going. Look at this! It's the town. It's our town. Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be the most well-versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of the town. Oh, I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien. Rollo, stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. Final objective, kill us all and shapeshift into a Beacon Pines citizen of their choosing. You've never really had me, but you very much lost me there. I love Bex so much. You get used to it. We should keep moving. Deacon Vines. Yeah, this is Deacon Vines. just Beacon Pines 2. Can we look at the poison over here? We can't. I guess we just gotta go over the bridge. If we can. Okay, we can. We can't get to our treehouse. It's all locked going that way. We can't get to the lake we fish in. That's a lot unfortunate. Anything we can look at around here? I don't think so. And see, this was the Perennial Harvest building?
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town
It's
square,
Gran!
they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center.
Oh my goodness!
He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild.
Hmm? That's no beast, Nuncreed. That's our grandma. Well, possibly fake grandma. Okay, can I say something else? Spoilers for a Professor Layton game. This reminds me of the Professor Layton game where the guy builds a replica of London under London, and they have like an elevator that goes up and down, and you can go to the second London just whenever. This reminds me of that, the fact that there's like a duplicate town. This is very Professor Layton core.
Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after.
He was after Grandma!
Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm out.
So I guess this is the source. It's the fountain, like in the map.
Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Ugh, I love the narrator, and I love the storybook-esque writing of this game. The descriptions are so vivid. Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Back held steadfast in awe.
As if these kids are gonna leave.
Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward.
I want to know what's in there.
Going louder.
What's in the hole? You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How can I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you and you betrayed that trust. Walt? You mean our dad? Luca, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish.
Oh, yes, I remember. Nuncreed and our dad were partners in something to do with... Was it Perennial Harvest or was it the Valentines? I think it was the Valentines. Oh, I wish I had a good memory. I don't remember what we've done already.
His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Oh, it howled with encouragement. The word choices in this game are so good. Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to affect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. Now that's not fair.
Hissed at each other, both catching their breath.
Ooh, this is so intense.
Moment balanced on a knife's edge.
What?
Amid a blur of emotions and
Oh no, we have to,
with questions,
we have to make a choice here, don't we?
as if to give him the stage.
Oh no, we have to make a choice here. Oh. Never mind, we've only got one choice. Well, that was easy. That was simple. He began to weep.
And in the stillness,
Let's cry.
he began to weep.
I would also start crying in this situation, honestly.
It was all just too much.
Yeah.
Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly.
Poor Luca. Yeah, very poor Luca. This poor kid is trying to stop the world from ending, but there's this animosity between Juniper and Nuncreed that's just too much.
The tears crystallized as they hit the snow.
And then his tears are literally freezing as he cries.
Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
This'll all make soon. This'll all make sense soon, Luca. Fuck. Then everything can go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the
But the
torch
thing is, it
at
won't go
Luca.
back to normal because you're going to destroy the world. You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties fall. Juniper, don't.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness.
Oh no. She just fucked it.
And exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted
Oh
down the
no.
road, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
There we go. You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be willing to...
Before Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
Here we go. Everything's gonna freeze over entirely. God damn it, Grandma. There we go. It's ended again.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca. Attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love.
It's sweet that her last act was
unthinking horror.
for Luca.
There was no contact.
That's very sweet.
Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever.
So we have to somehow convince we somehow have to defeat these evil guys without destroying the source and convincing
Low
our grandma to not
sits the frozen
destroy
statues
this
of a
stuff.
misguided band of meddlers.
Ah,
The end.
the end. If only they had the pizza, I could. That's a very convoluted way to say womp womp, moth. My brain couldn't process anymore, so I just abandoned and watched. It would be more easy. Yeah, sometimes
Well, that
if you
was
don't understand the plot, sometimes it's easier to just kind of go along with the flow and just let things happen.
on the bright side. We
Also,
finally
if you
figured
don't
out where all
understand
this
everything,
came from.
you can go and play the game yourself. I recommend it.
Now, we just need to find a way to deal
I mean,
with
we
the-
figured out where the ice was coming from, like, last week. But oh well, okay. What other choices do we have? Okay. So we don't have any choices here, we don't have any choices here, we don't have any choices here. Okay, yes! Oh my goodness, I've been wanting to try this. I've been wanting to do this choice since last week, but we haven't had the opportunity to. Okay, so I'll do a throwback. I'll explain how we get to this part of the timeline, because it's a completely almost opposite timeline, right? So, we go here, right? We end up finding the weird green goo that... Oh my goodness. Hello? Where the fuck did that come from? Ugh. Just... Good timing, D-Gage. Thank you for the hydrate. What the fuck was that? I don't know. That didn't like, that wasn't something that like developed over time and then suddenly overcame me. That was like a sudden just, you have to cough right now. Like what the Don't die, you're not allowed. I will not die. At least not yet anyway. Anyway. What happened in this part of the timeline is that we found the weird green goo that kind of transforms things, right? So we ended up accidentally splashing it on our bully, Iggy. And then later that night, we find Iggy, half of his face and body has been transformed. It looks very strange. It looks kind of, it's just transformed. I don't know how really else to describe it. It's morphed into something else. And what's chasing him, and then us after that, is the clipboards. The weird guys from Perennial Harvest who are being run by Mr. Kerr, and they want to kill us, basically. We've already fought them, and because of that, we died, but now we can fight them. So let's see how that goes. So, Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? Iggy wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca? Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. So they're gonna choose to leave. Because they've been basically just trapped at a kind of dead end.
They had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches.
Ooh. See? These evil fucks want to kill us.
He looked up with
Ooh, we're gonna zipline down! Oh, that's cool. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, jerks. Yeah! Get fucked, clipboards. Fine. We know where that leads them. This way, we'll take the tunnels. Oh, damn it. Where are we gonna end up?
They sprinted through the thicket.
Hey, Rabbit, how you doing today?
Branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. He tumbled down a steep decline and crashed.
I'm kind of excited to see where this stuff with Iggy goes, because we only really know him as Luca's bully, but we're gonna see how these two kind of work together.
Was ice.
Oh.
Chapter 5.
Also, this is so long ago in the timeline. We're back to chapter 5 again. We just completed chapter 8 in the other timeline, and now we're back.
They stood silently.
Hello, Rabbit. How are you on this fine day? How's your weekend been?
The sky was like sapphire.
Are we back in the duplicate Beacon Pines again?
Escaped from Luca's lungs.
I'm guessing we've just found Beacon Pines 2 again. Yeah, we have. Just on accident this time. That was actually pretty badass. Uh-huh. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. Then what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. Alright, time to go home. See? Oh! Is this Rolo? Luca, are you there?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was
I forgot we still had the walkie-talkie. It's that bozo Kerr. Oh, why does Kerr have the walkie-talkie? Wait, what happened to Rolo? Huh? Is this the one where Rolo goes missing and we still don't find him? I'm guessing that's what is happening. I already forgot the whole Rolo gets kidnapped in this timeline. Doing better than I was last week? Hey! I'm glad things are improving for you. I'm sorry that you had a rough week last week, but I hope things continue to look up for you. Going from 8 to 5 sounds like a typical day job. Yeah, very true. I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those woods.
Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
Sigh, Luca responded.
It seems like the only thing dangerous in the woods is you. He speaks! The young man of the hour! Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy, howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom was sure a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the
How did you know his mom? No, are we not gonna learn more? We gotta keep moving. I guess we do, and I don't think that's the right way home. I guess we just have to go here. Oh, fuck! What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Meh, still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the... Oh god, that's a word. Equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. Now, what did any of that mean is the question here. What's all this? Hard to say with all this snow. I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out the letters under there. What town could this even be? There couldn't be another town this deep into Weepwood. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1. Snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do. What can we do? Oh? Ah, like snowballs? Oh, I'm doing it wrong. Okay. There we go. It's Beacon Pine. It is Beacon Pines too.
Relief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
Did we? Maybe this is like an old Beacon Pines, and it froze over. Obviously, as you can see, so everything's. I've kind of been talking like this is the new Beacon Pines. But what if this is the old Beacon Pines? And the Beacon Pines that we're in is the new Beacon Pines? This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all this snow come from? Well, it has been colder than normal lately. There's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe all of it leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell is going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. Beacon Pines beta, can't wait for the yeah, this is the, yeah, we're just beta testing this town. This is the beta of Beacon Pines. Go back to the green side for the full release 1.0. You broke your ukulele, how? Oh, Sick J, I'm sorry. Oh, we're in town. Can we get through here?
Listened. Each chain link encapsulated with the
Please let us be able to get through here. Looks like the stuff Looks like the stuff they put up around Weepwood. The stuff who put up? I don't know. Okay, let's see if we can investigate the poison. We can. This stuff look familiar to you? It looks like the barrel near the puddle I, shoved me into, yeah. Well, we did it because you were bullying me. Like, what the hell? You can't just expect us to give in. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Are they moving? Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Okay, so they're not moving. Or, you know, swim, run. Anything around here? Oh.
Footsteps trailing Luca went hush.
Oh?
He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even gonna save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed, and everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that! You can't just quit! Do whatever you want. I'm done. Oh, Iggy. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry.
Oh, this poor kid.
Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of
He may be a bully, but
more than a little guilt.
he's still 12. It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Oh. Let's just rest for a bit.
Huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
Yeah, I can't imagine there being much stuff to talk about when you're in a frozen wasteland that you think is your town. 2 cords are broken? That sucks. I'm sorry, is there any way you think you can fix it? I don't know if you can, like, fix musical instruments. The way the snow covered everything over, it's kinda calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. I sorta froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Jeez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into fights?
Iggy shrugged.
It's something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rolo are always having a blast together. Laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Wept openly.
Perfect little Luke Van Horn. With his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet and even she already likes you. You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression.
Cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Hush. Hush? Huh. It must be raining out here. Definitely. They're all like, we're not crying. The weather's just bad.
Iggy arched into a wide...
There must be someone cutting onions around here, you know, in this frozen wasteland. We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow, we'll get to the bottom of all this.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
I feel like falling asleep in the middle of a frozen town isn't exactly the best for your health, bud. Let's hope these guys do wake up tomorrow. Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep.
Oh.
Iggy snuggled in some more.
Aww. When it comes to worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad. Aw, they're friends now.
The house smelled of warm bread.
This is kind of a sweet part of the game, despite everything going around in the world around them. I'm glad that they can find each other.
Luca was playing with toy.
I don't feel like fixing it. I mean, that's understandable. It is probably hard to fix something like that, but why don't you want to fix it? I wish my house smelled of warm bread. True. True. Warm bread is a good smell. You should get a candle that smells like bread.
His mother held his father.
Oh, this is one of Luca's weird dreams again.
Stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. This is how you remember them, huh?
Oh no, who's the voice?
Turned to see his own face.
Oh, it's him. Okay.
Doppelganger from his dreams.
This is more Luca versus Luca 2 stuff going on again.
Stain behind empty eyes. Aww. Look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this.
What was it really like?
The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it.
Hmm?
It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy.
These dreams always weird me out.
You don't remember, do you? Luca snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand.
What don't we remember?
What? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive.
Oh.
The day he chose to abandon us.
Chose?
Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch.
Was it a choice?
That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger
He
waved his hand.
died. Is that really him abandoning?
Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed.
The stuff gets trippy.
Luca was sitting next
It's
to
kind of hard to keep up with what happens in the dreams, especially when you have no kind of visual output. It's just the words, and it's just the narration.
The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went.
How
He
did...
grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor.
To the floor?
Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope.
Oh.
It was his parents.
Did his parents not get along? Is Luca a child of divorce?
Do you remember what we did next?
What did we do next? Oh no.
He nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh no.
Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was
Get involved in what?
His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch?
Watch what? Hey Wolf, how you doing?
There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it.
Oh, of course.
I swore an oath to help people.
So I'm guessing the mum wants the family to get out of Dodge so that nobody in the family gets sick with the, what is it? The foul harvest? What happened with the foul harvest? And I'm guessing Dad wants to stick around.
I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder.
That must be a really hard decision to make though. To like go with your wife or to go with your duty of helping people as a doctor.
What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice.
So yeah, the foul harvest was the fault of the Valentines. That's who was behind all of the sicknesses. You're good? Oh no, you're God. You're God? Oh my goodness. Can I pray to you? I'm sorry. I shouldn't make fun of your typos, but it was a good one. That was a good one. I need to pray. I need to pray to Wolf. But I'm pretty good. I'm having an alright time. This game is intense.
Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son?
That's true. You got a freaking kid, bro.
Dropping the stethoscope down the stairs.
Oh no.
Turned with with a
So they
cracked
noticed
smile.
him.
Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs.
Oh.
Mom? Dad? What's going on?
Oh.
Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the
Yeah, that's definitely a word for it.
His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere. Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly.
He didn't come back, did he?
Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise.
He broke that promise, didn't he?
Blink and a grin. He put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun.
Damn. Oh, who's that?
A figure approached soundly.
Who even is that? I can't even tell. Typos happen? They do. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I do know that typos happen. It's I've had some pretty terrible typos in my time, let me tell you. So don't worry, I understand completely.
It stood above them, lingering in contemplation.
What is it? I don't think I've seen this creature before.
It snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head.
Huh? Yeah, let's just knock on this kid's skull.
Iggy stood
What?
up defensively.
I don't feel like fixing it. I mean, it was a gift from my grandmother, but I don't know, I don't have the energy maybe. I mean, you don't have to do it now. Just because you can fix it doesn't mean you need to fix it right away. Just, I don't know, keep it around for a little bit. See if maybe you can get someone else to fix it if you feel like you can't or don't have the energy in you to. You know? And even then, broken things still have worth, especially if they're gifts, especially if there's sentimental value to them. Something doesn't have to function to have purpose and to have sentiment attached to it. Get your hands off me!
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just, what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, you...
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
I can see. You big-hatted, scarfy-necked furball. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. No? I think we should raise the temperature. I think it's a bit too cold. I'm surprised Luca hasn't gotten frostbite or something overnight. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend, an observer, a hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. Well, this one's an enigma, isn't she? Great. How about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
But this is like the only other person we've seen. Why are we not going to ask her anything? Wait! Thank goodness for Luca. Do you live here? You might say that. So you know where we are? You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gotta help us or not? For knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Luca, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
No, don't go! No, we cannot be separated right now. Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Thank goodness. Very well. I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold. Until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place.
They're still... What was the point of that, though? Huh?
Cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood, or we teleported to some alternate universe, or this is all just some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons. But this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original, true Beacon Pines. Oh. That's what I was... Okay, so this is kind of lining up with my theory that this is the quote-unquote original Beacon Pines, and that the second one that we actually live in is actually, like, a fake one, a new one. That's the clone. This isn't the clone. The one we live in is the clone. Possibly. Thank you for the hydrate, Thunder Phoenix. My goodness, I am having a lot of water today, thanks to you all. You both grew up here, but the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. I knew it! Am I a genius or am I a genius? A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You'd need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed. To pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved, would be moved. That which could not, would require a precise duplicate. Damn, there's no applause sound effect. Should I make one? Do we want applause in the... as a sound redeem? Oh, you know what? Pipe is good enough for me, thank you, Frost. And also, hello. I think the new pills I take make me feel like that. I mean, could be. Are they meant, is the new medication you're taking meant to be for your mental health? Are they like antidepressants or something? We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is to uncover.
He narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source. Oh, well, it's just over there. If we just walk a little further to the right, we can get there. If there's room for another channel point... Oh, I think you can... Is there a limit on channel point rewards? Because I have not hit it yet. I don't think there's a limit on channel point rewards, so maybe I should do one. I'm gonna write it down in my reminders. I'm putting it down in my reminders. Where are we? Applause channel point reward. No, that's not how you spell reward. There we go. See, I said I was good at typos. I don't know, I don't remember. I just took them without questioning. I mean, Jay, I think you need to know what's going on in your body, and I think you need to learn what's going on, like, with your medication and stuff. As someone who has taken a few different types of medication, you kind of need to know what it's meant to do to you. It's good to learn. It's good to be educated on what it is you're taking so that you know what it's doing, you know the side effects, you know if it's good for you or not. Why'd you say the source like that? Why indeed?
I began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way they could.
Down at his feet, his eyes darted back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance.
Oh, where are we going?
Turned to follow. Nat called out.
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through Weepwood. What, to go home? To where people want him dead?
6.
I don't know if that's the right option here.
The source.
Spooky.
Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived.
Who even was that guy? Have we seen him at all throughout any of the other parts of the game?
Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across
How
the
does he
snow,
even know
he
all these?
passed
This
the
is so
days
weird.
clearer, pieces to a larger
I feel
puzzle.
like we get a lot of answers in this game, but then we continue to get more questions as well.
Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured.
Okay, so we do remember that, so this is the part of the timeline where Rollo has been kidnapped.
Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy.
Mm-hmm.
It all seemed to point to Perennial Harvest.
Oh, absolutely. Perennial Harvest, evil as hell.
But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know.
The grave.
Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow.
Oh. Yeah, he wants to know if this is his father's grave. I wonder where his dad is actually buried. Is he here or is he at the replica?
A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
You're here. All this time I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here, alone, in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. They ruined your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply, just snow-covered silence.
This poor boy. Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find her, you jerk?
He finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching.
Oh god, someone's coming. Oh, that's not good. Hide. We gotta hide. Oh. It's one of the hazmat. Oh, 2 of the hazmats. 259k. Fall off distance still good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. The people who loved them will never know the truth. Well, until now. The truth is overrated.
Down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's totally a normal reaction to a conversation about how we've ripped an entire family away from the gravesite of their father. Let's snowball fight. What? Terrible. Hey! Don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah. Come on. It's almost lunchtime. What? Why is he walking? Why did he walk like that? Weirdo. I wonder who's in those suits. Could it be anyone we know, or are they just like minions? I should be questioning, but I'm simple. It may be antidepressant. Let me go grab the bottle to check it. I mean, feel free. I'm just saying, like, you should know what you're doing with yourself, what you're doing with your brain and your body and stuff like that. Or at least have someone else know, I guess. If, like, you're young. Like, obviously, when I was a child, I didn't really know the medication I was taking, but my mother knew, and my mother trusted it. So that's why I took it for so long. Here I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses out here literally dancing on graves.
Stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some advice.
Gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
What? Hey! Who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow, crying like some pushover? Who you helping? Iggy, look what they did! They lied to everyone! Blah, blah, blah. Luca Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you, acting like a horse's ass, I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah. Kerr and his merry little band of clipboards pulled off this switcheroo for a reason, right? Nat mentioned something about a
Luca wiped
source.
his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to Perennial Harvest. Sure would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it? What do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. Oh no. So basically what we're figuring out here is that we've basically just got the same thoughts in mind that our grandma does. So I think we're gonna reach another Frozen ending again, chat. Oh no. And what if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. I'm gonna make this right, Dad. I promise. Let's do this. Time to find the source. I'm happy but out of energy and empty, but I gotta accept it. Why? I don't mean to maybe come across as rude, but why? Like, there are so many different types of antidepressants out there. There's so many. There's an incredible amount. And I'd say, maybe not 90, but like 80% of the time, the first one you take isn't going to be the best one for you. If you're really out of energy and you feel empty, despite feeling happier, it's still not the perfect one for you. So you need to find one that helps you more and is right for you and makes you feel fulfilled and energetic. Don't accept things that only help you halfway. It can get awful cold out there in those woods, Luca. Probably best you two stay put and conserve your energy. Help is on the way. Where's Rollo? Where's my mum? Did you kill her? Oh heavens no. Do I seem like a killer to you?
Luca shared a skeptical.
I mean, yes? Well, do I? Oh, shucks, now that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. Alright, gotta find the source. And considering we've already been around this town before, I think we know where it is. Wait a minute. If this is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously.
Means what? Why not? I don't want to bother. If you want to live a good life, Jay, or anyone else in chat for that matter, if you want to live a good life, if you need to get what you need in life, if you want to get the most out of your life, you will have to ask people for help. You will have to ask people for things to help you. You cannot go along simply accepting what you think is fine. You can't keep accepting things that will just get you by. To live the best life you possibly can, you have to advocate for yourself. You have to be assertive. You have to request these things. You have to get people on your side. You have to get people to help you, especially if you're struggling. Like, I would not be where I am now if I didn't have the support of people around me, if I didn't switch doctors to a better one that understood me better and actually decided to prescribe medication that would be better for me. I would not be where I am if my bosses at work didn't understand what I was going through, if I didn't tell them what I was going through and they understood and they let me keep going. Stuff like that. Like, I wouldn't be here without my support system of doctor and therapist and mother and friends and asking people for the support that we need. You need to back yourself, and to back yourself, you also need to ask other people to back you up as well. You need to do what you deserve to get the good life that you deserve. It's like that weird, like, it's like that Perks of Being a Wallflower quote, the whole, we accept the love we think we deserve. And it's not just about the love. We accept anything we think we deserve. Like, it's okay, it's fine, I deserve this. It's fine, I guess. Like, no, it's not fine. Always, you need to go for more. Ask for more, ask for help. Moth is absolutely right. You can't climb a mountain without gear or people. You can't walk through a wilderness without a map or a guide or a GPS or something like that. You can't get out of bad situations. You can't really help yourself without other people also helping you. You can help yourself alone, but it's incredibly hard. It's a lot easier, and it's also a lot more fun and a lot more uplifting if you've got other people also there to help you.
He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
Oh, treasure? What's that? Long story. So a few years back, I, came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff. So why did you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores at Rolo's chicken coop, and you guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
He rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you didn't.
Stifled a chuckle.
Yep. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might have underestimated thing. Hey Zeph, you don't mind me asking, but you mod for Gar, right? I do not mod for Gar. I actually haven't watched any Gar content in a very, very, very long time, actually. I used to be in Gar's community a little more often. I was more on the sidelines just kind of watching his stuff, but it's been a long time since I've been a real active member of his community. But I'm a fan of Gar. I'd say like the closest I am in proximity would be like I'm close friends with a moderator of Patrick Static. That's probably the closest I get in association. And also Pat raided me once. That's like as close as I would get in association to the likes of like Gar and Pat and JP and stuff. I've never taken antidepressants, but I've run into so many other situations where the first solution I think of isn't the best, even if it technically works. Other times, there's often a much better solution. Yeah, you are absolutely right, Thunder Phoenix. My case isn't that much, because I just gotta accept my reality. I gotta accept my situation. God always says yes to your question, so if I say I am better, it's going to say yes, but if I'm saying sad, it's going to say yes, so I just gotta accept. I can understand that, but just accepting what life gives you is going to make you feel empty. You have to take the steering wheel, you know? You can't just go with the flow and let things happen and let the waves in the river knock you about, you know? You have to try and control how you go down the flow. I can't think of, like, your life is like water rapids in a river. It's gonna knock you around sometimes. You're gonna lose control of your kayak or your canoe or whatever you have. But you still have to, but there are times where you have to control where you're going to make sure more bad things don't happen to you. You have to get out of, like, bad situations, you do have to take more control. Just accepting what life gives you is not the best outlook someone can have. So I do hope at some point you are able to take control of that sort of stuff. If that makes sense. So I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop? I prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Iggy! Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rollo got grounded for months, which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried him under that tree. When I came back for him later, they were gone. I figured some grown-up found him and tossed him.
He triumphantly raised the shoebox.
No, we just switched towns with none of us knowing. To put what Thunder Phoenix said in another way, using these mystery games inspiration, sometimes the first option doesn't progress the story for the better, and then you have to come back to that choice later to get a better ending. You're exactly right! In this game, a lot of the time, the first option you have to pick gets you to a bad ending, and then you have to go back, reassess the situation, and then try again. You have to work for better things to happen. I will learn with it being empty. I will learn to become better with the bad, but the day I really need help, I will search for it. I mean, I guess, obviously I can't control what you can do. I can't demand, you have to do this, you have to do that. But all I can say is that, like, there will be times where you just kind of have to sit back and go, it's a bad day, it's alright, there will be better days at some point, I just don't feel great today. Obviously, there are going to be times like that. But there are going to be a lot of times where you have to kind of stand up and go, actually, I'm gonna do something about this. And I hope when push comes to shove, I hope that when you really need that help, or you really need to put that work in, I hope that you're able to. I hope you don't just sit back and let things happen to you, because your life is your choices. You shouldn't let everyone else's choices dictate your life. You need to take the reins. Turns out, it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. So we got some fireworks now. We're gonna blow up the source again, aren't we? Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who is in way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I was always partial to Hank Atomic myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast off, loser. He's so cute. I'm glad that they're doing this to fight against Kerr and stuff, but I'm sad that this is obviously inevitably going to also destroy them as well. Welcome back, Catfrog. Welcome back, man. I don't know why I'm calling you Catfrog when I know who you are. That's a little silly of me. Let's look at the town hall. Crooked. Just like this whole stinking place. There we go. There's obviously that's a new option we have to do somewhere. Can we go up here? We can't. I think the only thing we can do is do what our grandma did and blow up the source again. L plus a ratio plus we have fireworks. Pretty much, Thunder Phoenix. Yeah. If this was 2024, if this game was released in 2024, Luca would absolutely no. Luca wouldn't say L plus ratio. Rolo would say L plus ratio. Badgers here. Yay! I would love to get some badger messages in chat.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Not again blowing up the source. I know. I feel like, the fact that we keep ending up at this ending over and over. What is this? This is gonna be like the 4th time we freeze the entire world. Sorry, I bumped my mic. Like, oh my gosh. It's so frustrating, but I know that we kind of have to experience all of these parts of the story to understand fully what's going on, you know? Echo! 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 Oh, sorry, I should have done it in my water bottle. Echo! How did that sound? Did that work? Whoa. I can see why they wanted to move us all out of the town now. Oh! Oh my goodness! QWQWO! Thank you so much for the raid! Hello, raiders! Hello, everybody! How is everybody doing today? Welcome to the stream. My name is Zephyrberry. I am a variety streamer. I play a ton of different games. On Mondays, I like to play mystery games, like the one I'm playing now, Beacon Pines. And on Thursdays, I play a mix of things. I'm going through Undertale, I'm going through Minecraft, I play some Fortnite, Overwatch, Valorant, basically just whatever tickles my fancy on Thursdays. But hello, and hello Lucy! How was your stream? QW. Do you have a preference for any nicknames you want? Do you want to be called like Q, QW? Is there a way to pronounce your name that you prefer? And also, how was Skyrim? I've never played Skyrim. I've heard so much about Skyrim, but I have never played it. And I think that's a bit of a travesty that I've never played Skyrim. I think I should. Should I play Skyrim? I think I should. I think Skyrim would be a fun game to do on stream. Oh my goodness, and thank you for pat. Oh no, wait! You can't see patting zap when I'm on this part of the screen. Let's go to this. Let's go to this. I'll redeem pat zap now. I'll redeem pat zap so you can see zap getting pat. There we go. Look at that. Zap's getting the pats. QW's fine. It was your first ever stream. Oh my goodness. Congratulations and welcome to the world of streaming and content creation. I hope you had a really good first stream. I remember mine. Oh my goodness, my mic was terrible. I obviously didn't have this PNG tuber model, but it's so much fun. The first stream can be so nerve-wracking, but it was so enjoyable. Recommend Skyrim? Hell yeah, I might look into Skyrim then. I have a backlog of like a gazillion games that I want to play, and so many of them I want to specifically play on stream, so it may be a while before I get to Skyrim, but Skyrim is definitely a game that I feel like I kind of need to play, because I think Skyrim is a game that has had such a massive influence on video games as a whole that I feel like it would kind of really help me understand kind of the atmosphere of games and where a lot of the inspirations for other games came from. Because it was massive back in the day, and it's still massive now. I just noticed the stream title is "We Have to Stop Grandma from Destroying the World." I know. And now we're destroying the world? It's wild. There's so much going on. We thought, we were like, Grandma, we need to stop Grandma from blowing up the source and destroying the world. And now it's gonna end up that maybe we're going to do that instead. Uh-oh. Why would they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. Oh no, we know it's the source. We have become the grandma. We're grandma now. I gotta go, it's late for me, but have a good stream. Of course. No worries in raiding and running. Look after yourself. Do you go to sleep? Do your routines? Eat, drink. Make sure that your body is happy. Because streaming can take a lot of time and also a lot of energy. And also, I'm glad that your, what's the word? Viewers. I'm glad your chatters were nice. It's always nice to start building a nice community. So I'm glad that you got to experience that. But yeah, have a good time and I will definitely see you around. Thank you again so much for the raid. And once again, raiders, welcome to the stream. This is the source? It's a dang hole? How do we smash a hole? Oh no, he's here. Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr! Where's Rolo? I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two at least. Drats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down.
Well, I mean, you could have put on a coat or something. You didn't have to come out here, you know, in a vest and... I think he's wearing sandals. Can we push this guy in the hole? Oh, I hope we can push this guy in the hole at some point. I can't stop yawning. No! Cat Frog is eepy. I've been like that. I've been like that sometimes. I've been like that on stream before. It was a couple of weeks ago at this point, but there was just one point where I just was continuously yawning on stream and I couldn't stop. I've nearly fallen asleep on stream before. I remember it so well. Like, my eyes were, my eyelids were literally closing as I was playing Ace Attorney. I don't know how I got through that stream, but I nearly passed out. It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source, where they collect the unrefined...
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
The unrefined what? Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. What do you mean you don't know? Ain't you in charge? Oh, heavens no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various... complications. Complications like us? You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
Is that how you pronounce that word? Saccharine? I've read this word a few times, but I've never said it out loud. So the entire time, I thought it was pronounced saccharine. Saccharine. Oh, I hate that. I like saccharine better. You're not supposed to agree with my violent urges. I mean, in the case of this guy, I'm absolutely gonna agree with the violent urges. I remember I passed out because I was tired because my friend made me stay up until 5 a.m. Ugh. I haven't stayed up until... I haven't done an all-nighter in years. Years. I remember I did one a couple of years ago. I stayed up until like 9 a.m. and then my mum was basically like, okay, go to bed now, actually. It's been a few years. Moth is also Also agrees with the violent urges. Yeah, when it comes to the villains, yeah, punch a dickhead, you know? Feeling nauseous and eepy, so I'm gonna head out for the night? That's fine, man. Thank you for coming around, and it's always nice to have you here. So, I hope you have a good night, I hope you feel better, I hope the nausea doesn't last long. I love you too. Stop. You're too sweet, I love you too. So, have a good night. And I am excited to share my Animal Crossing Island with you in a couple of days' time. I feel out of energy, but I always want to do some arson. Big mood. Doesn't matter how tired I am, I'm always ready to cause mischief, you know? Sometimes, and even then, sometimes going to sleep is also the mischief. Sometimes sleeping in and missing an appointment, or sleeping in late, missing your alarm. Sometimes that in itself is the mischief. Sometimes your tiredness is the rebellion. It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is that we all play our part in life. Mine just happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. And you happen to be extras, ready for your curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not gonna be winning after we're done with you. Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. It even makes a professional, such as myself, embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Snapped his fingers.
Oh no. Scene change! Oh no. Oh no. It's the army. There. That's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Oh? Why are you smirking? Because I have a box of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna do it. You know what? This is probably the most satisfying way we're gonna freeze the world. You know what? I'm behind this. Stop! Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you. Regret is one of my specialties. Oh, mood. Possibly one of the most relatable quotes this game has put out. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole? That is totally never going to be taken out of context ever. He really said L plus ratio plus no fireworks. He really did. He really did. Iggy's growing on me a lot. I don't feel nothing, or it might just be a frostbite, but I stick with the fact that I am immune. You've been through a lot, Jay. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you were just, like, legitimately immortal at this point. Oh no. Nothing. Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know. I'm an exceptional liar. That's far enough.
He plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
How are we gonna light the firework? Are there any matches in the box as well? Stop, you fool! Call off your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You can all head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here. Okay. Few less threatening people. We just got one guy left. It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What, like this? He's gonna throw it.
With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Yes! Let's go! We're gonna freeze! Ooh. Whoa.
Growl, Kerr
Look at Kerr's face. He's terrified. Ah!
Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side.
Oh no!
Luca dove forward, braced.
Get Iggy! Get Iggy! Oh my gosh, no!
Was made precarious by the cold, wet snow.
Oh no, I'm scared.
He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
Oh my gosh! You reckless child, what have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. How? What channel do I use? Doesn't make a damn difference, they're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way you get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Just let go and save yourself. Iggy's being self-sacrificial? If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it. Oh my, this kid is 12! My goodness, he's hardcore. Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually just do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped.
Luca just asked Kerr to kill himself. What the fuck? Holy shit. Long life? I'll have you know I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phileas Young.
Wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Oh, he's going insane. Prum dum dum, property dum dum. Wow, can you believe this guy? Oh good, we've got a new option. Humming.
Began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Kerr, just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Luca, look at me. It's okay. No! The music is getting emotional. I don't want to make this decision.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
You aren't going to kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
Why are we giving this choice to a 12-year-old boy? What? I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, Kerr. Iggy, no!
Luca felt his hand slipping.
No! And I told you what you need to do with bullies. I can't! It's your only way out of this mess. 2 birds with 1 stone. It makes sense for us It makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in packs.
Calm settled over Iggy's face.
No! Luca, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air.
No, I don't want to do this. I don't wanna. Let me do the right thing for once. I don't want to kill a child! I have to act. Oh! What the fuck? The clipboards moonwalked out of there. That was pretty funny, but now I'm stressed. What the fuck am I meant to do? They actually want me to pick. Do I save evil guy or do I save evil guy along with my friend? Or do I kill evil guy and also my friend? I don't want to do either. I don't want to do either of these things. Fubberknuckle is the right word for this choice. It is. You are right. I know what choice I'd pick. Poll? I haven't polled a choice in this game yet. And, the thing is, a lot of the time with this game, when I do something, it's like, we still get to do the other one later. So maybe I should get the sad one out of the way first. But refuse is the first option, so maybe that's the one that gets us to an ending quicker than accepting. This is a wild choice to make. Having to decide whether or not a child dies. just jump with them if you don't want to do it. I don't think I can make that choice. Alright, I'm accepting it.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request.
Oh, I'm regretting this already.
With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void.
Oh my gosh.
As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good. No!
The two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Oh my god. Oh, and there goes, oh, and the firework, oh, the fireworks are the fireworks are going off. Oh my gosh. I don't want to watch fireworks go off. Hell of a goodbye, Iggy. Oh, good, Nat's back. Luca, you should really step back. What? Quickly. Wait. Why did the ice only freeze up to there? I thought the world was gonna freeze over. Curious. Ah, but of course. Those fireworks of Iggy's must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your friend's sacrifice just saved this town. For a little while, anyway. How? Tempest liquamine is a peculiar substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself. And time? I said something a few streams ago that if time travel is involved in this game, I wouldn't be surprised. I think this just confirmed it. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk makes things cold, and the fireworks made the whole freeze over? That's one way of putting it, yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened in that case. The world would have frozen over. We've seen it about 3 times now.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Exactly. It will take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again. If you know all of this stuff, why haven't you been helping? I have been. In my way. Each one of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Me? Why? What's my role?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn, you are going to save the world. What the fuck?
Turned and walked west.
Oh, bye, I guess?
Founded. Luca followed behind him.
Yeah, what else are we gonna do other than just follow him?
Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny.
Destiny?
Continued in Pines. Pines harder.
No.
Revenge served cold.
No, there's what? No? What?
Second time's a charm?
Huh?
Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting
That was also an
I'm
ending?
even starting to like Iggy.
Me too!
No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels.
The narrator was like, no, we are finishing this today.
Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Sounds like a good idea. Okay. Let's look at these. Okay. So, we could do the refuse ending. We can also now hum when our grandma wants to do stuff. This would be a good time to end the stream because it is nearly time for me to end stream. But I just want to check out Refuse. I just want to check out Refuse right now. And then maybe next stream, then we can go back to Grandma, I guess. Love the art for the different choice spot. Yeah, the art in those is just so much. Let's just see Refuse. If it gets to an ending, then it gets us to an ending. If it gets us to a next chapter, then we also end stream. So whether it's an ending or the next chapter begins, we can end stream. But I just want to see what the Refuse option does.
Luca had no choice but
I'm glad I did the sadder option first.
tightened his grip.
I am glad.
Reached for the walkie-talkie in his
That means there's a chance with this to continue.
Wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face.
Delight?
That's a good lad. Now, radio for help.
Oh no, now I'm starting to regret this already.
He to Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out.
Iggy, I'm sorry, we've already killed you once, I'm not doing it again. Actually, we've already killed you twice. Cause you died in the other option way back a few streams ago.
We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards.
Oh, thank goodness. Get us out of here, clipboards, please.
Frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced.
What?
a neat ivory hand mirror.
What is
Mr.
going
Kerr
on?
brushing his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress.
Well, I wouldn't really call it sharp thinking, but
Word for
thank
the
you.
founder. Take them away.
The founder?
His hands overpowered Luca. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head.
Who's the founder? We haven't heard of that before. Oh, okay, we reached another ending. Cool.
This was one of those times
we just reached another ending anyway. Okay, cool. Cool. Either way, we reached an ending somewhere. Okay, well, I guess we gotta go somewhere else. We gotta go to Humming. However, I did say if we reach another ending, we end stream. So, time to end stream. However, the last autosave was 2:43 p.m. That was 3 minutes ago. Do we have to pick? Okay, I'm gonna pick Hum one more time. It was fast, you're right. Okay, we picked that. The autosave is still for 3 minutes ago. Okay, let's Hum then.
And in the stillness, he began to hum.
When's the autosave gonna kick in? I'm just gonna keep pressing escape.
After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping.
2:43 p.m. What the hell?
Each
Okay.
night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody.
Oh.
It was the only thing that could calm his mind, the only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay.
We have to go through more of this story, I guess.
Created every memory Luca had of his mother.
Oh. Every memory has the humming in the background.
Shivering in the raw snow.
Oh boy.
To hum it out loud.
Is there a manual save? I don't think so. But that's okay. We can see where this goes. Aww. I love Lucas so much. This boy has been through so much.
The torch, listening closely.
When we hit another chapter, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank.
Aw, I think she remembers.
Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together.
Aw.
She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out.
Oh my goodness, we saved it from destruction.
A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself.
Oh.
Through a flood of tears, she began to
These
hum
chapters are so emotional. Hello? Wait. Sorry, I just came up with something. Okay. So, Sorry to interrupt this with a theory, but theory. Our mother disappears 6 months ago. Okay, she did not die. She disappeared. Our grandma comes to look after us. But what have we now found out? First of all, that this may not be our grandma, because a newspaper clipping says that our grandma died, I think 8 years ago? I think it was 8. It was 6 or 8. Second thing we've learned. Something about this story, there's something about time travel or space-time continuum shit in this game. So here's my theory. What if Gran is our mother? Because if we had never met her, if we had never met our grandma, this woman, who may not be our grandma, until 6 months ago, how would she know the song? Unless it was something that unless it was a song that she kind of passed down to her daughter, who then passed it down to Luca. So I guess that's another theory. But I'm thinking, because it's almost confirmed that this is not our grandmother, I think this is our mother, who's done some sort of fucked up time travel shit. You might be cooking? I know, right? Oh my goodness. I think I've kind of hit the nail on the head with this one somehow. Either that or it's our grandma who's time traveled herself and moved forward in time past her death. But I think it's our mum. I'm gonna say this is our mother. I think that there's something in the oven, and I think it's coming up nice and golden brown and smelling good. I think Grandma is mum. This is beautiful though. These two just kind of bonding. I bet they both feel kind of so hopeless about this situation. I would, if I was in this situation. And I'd also be very cold. No one in this place is dressed for snow. They're all coming out of this with frostbite. Though I guess, maybe not Nuncreed. Because he looks kind of fluffy. I mean, most of them are kind of fluffy. So I guess their fur is like insulation for them. I probably shouldn't keep talking throughout this whole song. Can I continue? Oh, I could continue, my bad.
The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
This is it. Gran is mum. Gran is not Gran. Gran is our mother. How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo? The only people who call me that are my dad and your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry
Oh my gosh!
eyes, trying to see more.
I'm a genius.
He could just make out the impression of a familiar face.
Oh my gosh!
He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother.
Oh my gosh! Ding! The oven timer went off. I have successfully cooked.
Only smaller, older, changed.
Mom? That's right, Buckaroo. Mom!
Luca
my
sprinted as fast as
gosh!
he could toward his mother.
Ah!
They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Oh my gosh, this is beautiful! Eleanor? I thought you were gone? You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
Oh my gosh! How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Maybe! Because, okay, theories. 1, time travel, because there's some sort of weird time stuff going on in this game. 2, or B. Did I say 1 or A for the first option? Anyway, 2/B. The goo. Because the goo only partially got on Iggy and it morphed him into this weird creature, right? What if she somehow got coded in the goo and that's why she looks and sounds so different? But that wouldn't make any sense as to why she would have to hide her identity? I'm still going with time travel. Either way, points for me for understanding what was happening. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? Tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me! These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then, what do? We have to stop them!
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. No, nothing's too big. We can do this. Tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
Oh. No more lies. I see now there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luca gazed down at
Wasn't that the name of one of the chapters we just went through?
Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. Come on, Nuncreed. Come on with us. You killed us once, but I guess there was a point to that. That hit hard? It really did, Jay. You don't understand. He always wins. How do you know that, though?
Chapter 9.
Is the question. Okay. There we go. Wait, let's find out what the next chapter is called.
The devil you know.
Ooh. Now that's an interesting name for a chapter. Okay. I think that's all for today's stream, though. We've almost hit exactly 3 p.m. Which is good. I mean, that's how much time I allot, basically, for a stream. I can go later, but I don't often. And yeah, damn. That was so many emotional up and downs. Like, holy crap. We killed our friend. We saved our friend. We then got kidnapped. Like, a lot of stuff went on. Oh my goodness. Ash, thank you so much for the hydrate. Welcome. I'm sorry it's so late in the stream. Oh my goodness. No, I am snoozing the ad. We are not ending this with an ad. We got a lot of punch tonight. We did. That was wild. My goodness. All right. Alrighty. Time to find somebody. Oh no. Oh no. I'm doxing myself. There we go. Whoopsies. It's time to find someone to raid. I hope you're well. I am well. I hope you're doing well. It has been a while, so I hope you're okay. With that, I'm heading off to bed. Good night, Thunder Phoenix. Thank you so much for coming, and good night to everyone else, or good day, depending on the time zone. Let's try and find somebody to raid. All right. Oh, we've got some options today. What do we want to watch? Do we want to watch some Overwatch? Do we want to watch some Honkai Star Rail? Do we want to watch some Kingdom Hearts? Do we want to watch some Spirity? Do we want to watch some Animal Crossing? Got a lot of options here today. Thinkin' thonkin'. Any preferences, chat? Anything that catches anyone's eyes or ears, chat? I'm gonna get some food and ice cream to make me feel better? Hell yeah! I hope you enjoy your food / ice cream. I mean, ice cream is food. Doesn't matter if it's midnight. If you're hungry and you feel like food, follow what your body wants. Make sure to eat. I don't know who to raid. This is a tough one. Honestly, I think it's kind of destiny that we raid Butter tonight. Butter's great. I love them so much. Because they're currently playing Animal Crossing New Horizons, which we spent like, what, 90% of our just chatting section talking about? So I feel like it's kind of destiny that we raid Butter. So how does that sound? All right. Let's get the raid out to Butter today. But 3R. It sounds so wrong saying it like that. But there we go. All right, starting the raid. Make sure to give Butter a lot of love. They're great. They're a lot of fun. So, yeah, make sure to give them some love. This is the raid message for those who are followers of the channel, followers of me, and this is the raid message for those who are subscribed to me. So feel free to use whichever one you are able to, or other emojis, other messages if you so wish. I wish you a wonderful day for me. I try to sleep. Yeah, sleep well. And anyone else who was going to bed after this, after the raid, or not coming with the raid, sleep well, everybody. Thank you so much, QW, for the raid as well. Oh my goodness. Their first raid ever and they chose me. That's so sweet. That's so kind of them. And thank you for the subs as well, and the bits, and just hanging out with me and the rest of chat. If you want to continue hanging out with me and the rest of chat, you can join my Discord community, or if you want to follow me on other social medias, I have a Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, where I post either highlights of my streams, or I post updates on my streams, or just post whatever the hell I feel like posting. It'll often be about Valorant and Overwatch and stuff, even though I don't play them on stream. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for coming. I will see you all on Thursday. See you later. Bye-bye.